Hi guys, this is John with Tsunami Trading. Today is Thursday, January 17th, 2008. Let's take a look at the trades we took in the first hour of the regular trading session and see how the power of the Tsunami trading system let you easily reach your trading goals for the day. We'll be looking at the E-mini S&P. First off, let me say we have a 100% mechanical system, which means that we get our signals directly from the software and we don't have to think about that too much. Let me briefly describe what we're looking at and looking for with our system. We have numbers here which we call the PVM or price volume momentum numbers. These numbers are generated automatically by the software. We also have a line here which we call our trender. It can be either blue as shown here or it can be red. We also have colored paint bars that are blue, white, or red, telling us whether the market at that point in time is bullish or bearish. And for us to take a trade, we need to have the PVM numbers to tell us to start looking for a long, and then we have to wait for the trigger signal to go long and vice versa for shorts. We're using 2 contracts for each trade and following our 2-contract money management system. Let me explain how you manage these contracts. When the market moves to our first profit target, we take profit there on 1 contract. We then move our stop loss to our entry price minus the first profit target distance. This now makes our trade risk-free other than commissions if the market suddenly turns on us. More importantly, it allows us to comfortably ride the trade for as far as we can take it on the remaining contract until we are stopped out. Here is the start of the day at 9:30 Eastern for the market. We came in at 9:30 Eastern. We can see that the market was already moving down. If we were trading pre-market, did we have an opportunity to get in earlier? Yes, we did. Why? This 500 here on the PVM is greater than 358, telling us that bearishness was building into the market to the downside and would tell us to start looking for a short, which we would be looking for a red trender line and a red paint bar. That would be our trigger to go short. You can see we did get a red trender line here signified by this red dot. We did not have a red paint bar to take that trade. However, just a few minutes later, got the red trender dot again and a red paint bar right here. So we would come in the market right here at this price, and that was at 1383.25. However, we were not trading pre-market, so we came in after this line here. Do we have another opportunity to come in? Yes, we did. Right here, this red trender dot with a red paint bar, we came in with a closing price of 80.50, 1380.50 for a short. Our system also automatically provides our stop targets, and you can see on this trade our sell stop is at 1381.75. It also automatically generates 3 high percentage profit exit targets using the 2-contract management strategy. When the price reaches our first sell target, we will, what you can see on this trade is 1379.25 if I round it. That'll be 1.25 points from our entry price of 1380.50. So at that point in time, we'll move our stop back 1.25 points from our entry price of 80.50. And that'll place our stop on this running contract at 1381.75. So on this particular trade, since our stop's already at 1381.75, it won't change. This dotted line is our Tsunami stop. We'll use this indicator to help us manage our remaining open contracts so that we can milk this trade for everything we can get. If we follow the market down until the Tsunami stop is breached, which occurs right here on this blue price bar, it has a closing price of 1378. So we came into the market at 1380.5 and we exited at 1378. That's 2.5 points. Adding the 1.25 points we made on the first contract to this 2.5 points made on the second contract gives us a total of 3.75 points. And dividing that out by 2 contracts equals 1.88 points per contract average. So not a bad trade. Before I go any further, let me tag this previous trade right here to market. All right, as you can see, as the market moved down, a new PVM number appeared right here, which is 410. We take this 410 price volume momentum number and notice that it is less than the previous PVM number here of 500. This is telling us that the market is now becoming less bearish and that we should start looking for a long trade. In order to take a long trade, we need a blue trender line along with a blue paint bar. That occurs right here on the same paint bar that we used to exit the previous trade. The closing price was 1378, and we have a buy stop of 1376.70, which we round down to 1376.5, being conservative. We also have a first buy target of 1379. When the first profit target is reached, that will be 1 point from our entry price of 1378. We'll take off our first contract and then move our buy stop up to 1377. Being within 1 point of the entry price. We will then ride the remaining contract for as far as we can take it. So let's follow the market. And we can see that the market was moving up. And right here on this price bar, the Tsunami stop line was breached. That is a closing price of $13.7950. So on this remaining contract, our entry price was $13.78. That's 1.5 points. And now adding in the 1 point made on the first contract gives us a total of 2.5 points. And dividing by 2 means we made an average of 1.25 points on this trade. Again, let me mark this trade here. Notice now that we have another PVM number of 467. When we compare this 467 to the previous PVM number of 408, this is telling us to start looking for another buy trade or a long trade, because it's telling us there's more bearishness coming into the market. More bullishness coming into the market. So we advance the market, and as we do, we can see that there's a red trender dot indicating there is a red trender line along with a red paint bar, but this is not a signal to go short. We are getting a signal now to go long, so we follow the market and we wait for our signal to come into the market going long, and that occurs right here. The closing price of this bar is $13.81. We have a buy stop of $13.80 and a first profit target of $13.82. When we reach $13.82, that will be 1 point from our entry of $13.81, and we take off the first contract. Move our stop back 1 point from our entry price and follow the remaining open contract until our Tsunami signal is hit. It's moving along here. It gets hit right here with a closing price of $13.80, and this is our stop out price, so this becomes a break-even trade. We now have new PVM numbers, and we can see this 417 is less than the previous number of 461, so this is telling us the market is less bullish, and we should start looking for a short trade. Since the market was already moving down here, we wait for our next signal to appear, which occurs right here on this price bar at a closing price of $13.79. Our sell stop will be at $13.8150. Our first sell profit target will be at $13.78. Since YouTube restricts my time to just under 10 minutes, and you guys know the routine by now, I will go out and pick out the remaining targets that occurred in the first hour of trading, and then we'll go back and take a look at the profit on each trade. However, I'll go ahead and follow this trade down. The dotted line is the Tsunami stop. We're not breached until right here, so we're out of that trade at $13.7275. 443 now is less than 465, telling me there's less bearishness, more bullishness coming into the market to look for a blue. That occurs right here. We'll follow the trade up till it's breached right here on this line. Now we've got numbers of 440 showing that is less than 620, telling me to take the next red for a short. Follow the market on up, and that occurs right here. Unfortunately, that trade gets stopped out on this price bar here, but I get another opportunity to resell right here, so we'll take that short again. And we follow the trade down until the line is breached, which occurs right here. We now see that 592 is greater than 440, telling me to take the next long or the next blue trigger for a long. That occurs on that price bar. Same price bar we just exited out on right here. And follow the trade up until it gets breached, which occurs right here on this particular price bar. 523 is less than 592, telling me to take the next short, and that occurs here. And we follow the trade down until it's breached. It does get breached right in here, and now we're at the end of our 1 hour trading time. Okay, let's go back and analyze everything. We had 9 total trades, 7 winners, 1 loser, and 1 break-even. Remember, this is only for 1 hour of trading, the regular session. Here are the total points we picked up on each trade. For trade number 1, we gained 3.75 points. On trade number 2, we made 2.5 points. Trade number 3, we broke even on that, so 0 points. Trade number 4, we picked up 7.25 points. That was a very good trade, very profitable trade. Trade number 5 down here, we gained 2 points. Trade number 6, we lost 3.5 points. Trade number 7, gained 12 points. Excellent trade in that one. Trade number 8, 3 points. And our last trade, trade number 9, 7.25 points. If you didn't catch all of this, stop the video, back it up, and you can spend some time analyzing each trade. So to sum it all up, we made a phenomenal 34.25 points trading only 2 contracts in 1 hour's trading time today. That's over $1,700 in profit in an hour's trading time. This, folks, is the power of Tsunami. We'd like to invite you to be our guest for a 1-week free trial. Email us at info.tsunamitrade@gmail.com to sign up.